Our double dumbbell pullover to sit up is a great combo move focusing on our strength in our lats and that back, as well as the strength in our core, the hip flexors, and the top of those quads. We're going to want a set of dumbbells on this one. Always start light. You can progress up from there. We're going to come on down onto our back. We're going to bend those legs with the feet flat on the floor. If you need this exercise to be easier, you can extend those legs on out. The further out those legs are, the easier this exercise is going to be. But go ahead and start by trying to bend those legs to about a 90 with those feet flat on the floor. We're going to come down flat. Those dumbbells are going to be directly up above our shoulders. We're going to keep those arms fairly straight for this movement. Remember, with a dumbbell pullover, we're focusing on getting the stretch in those lats, so those muscles, the upper back, right under the armpit here. So we're keeping those arms straight as we reach out and back as we come down to get that stretch. And then we're going to pull right on up to where they're right over the chest. And from here, we're going to continue up into that sit-up, pressing those weights up towards the ceiling. So sped up, what that's going to look like. Get that stretch as you reach out and down. Come on up. And then come all the way up into that sit-up with those weights pressing up towards the ceiling. From here, we're going to control down with those abs to where now those weights are right in that starting position above those shoulders again. And then repeat. Reach out, get that stretch, come right back up, all the way up into that sit-up, control down, and then back to that starting position. Biggest things to remember here, we are not bending the arms, so this is not a skull crusher. We're not lowering those weights down like here and then pressing up with them to get the triceps involved. We are keeping those arms straight as we get that stretch and reach back overhead. That's the first thing to remember. Second thing to remember, we're not just swinging those weights on up. What that will look like is swinging up like this. We're not swinging with those weights to get that momentum. We are pulling the weights with the lats up to where they are above our chest and then continuing up into that sit-up. So, pulling up to here, and then from here, going up into that sit-up, pressing those weights straight on up, not down at our sides to help pull that upper body up. That's the second thing to remember. Your third thing, last thing to remember is when we're coming down, we're controlling that downward momentum with those abs. So, from up here, we're controlling, pushing that low back down into the floor, controlling those abs back on down to that starting point, and then going right back into that dumbbell pullover again. So start light here, find a good foot positioning for you based on your skill level, and then progress up in weights to where you're finding a challenging weight for that pullover and that sit-up portion combined.